Thursday, January 2nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. A whole lot to talk about. Let's get right into it, beginning with the radar this morning. A little bit of very light rain across southern parts of North Carolina. Some of that not reaching the ground just yet, but there is a lot more rain, I should say just off to the west of us rather, through Tennessee and Alabama and Georgia and eastern Mississippi. And that's lifting northeastward into the Carolinas, and that'll be giving us a pretty wet Thursday forecast. And yesterday we had highs in the low 50s in many Piedmont and Sandhills locations, currently 30s and 40s out there as this storm system is moving on in. Again, the rain's been gathering off to the south and west. It's been a wet night in coastal parts of South Carolina into coastal parts of North Carolina at times too. And again, all that is lifting to the northeast and into the region. And we will have rain in that forecast today. There's Futurecast. Periods of rain today. It'll be snow that takes over in the mountains by late today and tonight. And I didn't put the accumulation map from the Futurecast model in here, but there'll be a decent round of snow for the mountains. Some of the favored spots easily could get 3 to 6 inches there on those northwest-facing slopes close to the Tennessee border. So this system moves through today, and then very cold air takes over behind it tonight and tomorrow. Let's talk about rain amounts. Nothing overly impressive, although some 1-inch totals are possible along the coast. A lot of the Piedmont half inch or less, I think, with this system today. But look at the temperatures. This is Futurecast. Daybreak tomorrow, we're much colder, and then highs tomorrow afternoon, struggling into the low and mid 30s. In fact, the northwest Piedmont probably does not do any better than freezing tomorrow afternoon. Now, these are wind chill values off of the Futurecast model around daybreak tomorrow. That's cold, 5 degrees for a wind chill in Greensboro. Look at the wind chills in the mountains, teens plus below zero. And the best we'll do tomorrow afternoon, teens and 20s for wind chills in the Piedmont, single-digit wind chills in the mountains. That's cold stuff. And then here comes an even colder blast of air for next week. I'll talk much more about that in just a second, but just to give you a sampling here, here's what the GFS model is indicating for temperatures Tuesday morning. That's cold. And then Tuesday afternoon's high temperatures looking like that off of the GFS model. This is going to be a big blast of cold air next week. Here's the setup. Big trough swinging through today on the European model. Behind it, we get that blast of cold air for tomorrow into Saturday. And then here comes the next system. This is Sunday afternoon. And again, you have two pieces of energy that kind of phase. And you have the polar vortex wobble down in the direction of the Great Lakes region. And the result is some very cold air. These are the 850 millibar temperatures, 5,000 foot temperatures off of the European model. This is valid tomorrow morning, Friday morning. That's the minus 16 Celsius line in the northwestern North Carolina. And then here we go next week. This is Monday morning. This is brutally cold air dropping to the southeast. And by Tuesday morning, that minus 20 line at 850 is all the way down into western North Carolina, the Tennessee, Alabama, and Tennessee, Georgia border regions. And here's what it looks like on surface temperatures. Now, the playoff game coming up Sunday evening in Green Bay, between Green Bay and San Francisco. It's going to be brutally cold. It should be one of the top 10 coldest NFL games on record. We'll see how exactly that Arctic air mass moves, but at best, I think you're looking at single-digit air temperatures and probably sub-zero air temperatures during that game. And that's not even factoring in any wind. That's going to be pretty brutal. Now, watch the surface temperatures here. Again, this is off the European model. Out to a Tuesday morning, you have 10-degree line down into the northernmost Alabama, into the western parts of North Carolina. And then here's Wednesday morning, even colder. That is single digits. And the mountains and over through the Virginia border regions of North Carolina. And let's see. Let's switch models here. We'll go to the GFS model. This is the 850 millibar temperatures off the GFS. That's the minus 20 line dipping into the westernmost parts of North Carolina. And there's your surface temperatures. This is Tuesday morning. The GFS favoring Tuesday morning is the coldest morning. The European is more on the Wednesday morning camp. But there you go, 12Z. This is around daybreak Tuesday. You have single-digit temperatures all the way down to places like Birmingham and Atlanta, Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte, at least the northwest side of Charlotte, up to the Triad, all in the single digits on the GFS model Tuesday morning. And then it's still quite cold on Wednesday morning as well. So the bottom line is I think we're looking at a day on Tuesday next week where the Piedmont will not get out of the 20s. And probably some single-digit low temperatures working in either Tuesday or Wednesday morning, depending on when that high pressure tries to move right overhead. So that's going to be a big, big shot of cold air. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.